My question to City Council is, where is the love for Forest Cove residents? My name is Latricia Cheney again, and I am one of the displaced residents, one of the displaced tenants of 399 families from Forest Cove. My family and I moved into Forest Cove in 2013, where Global Ministries was the property owner. And in 2017, Millennia became management of Forest Cove. And I learned my rights as a tenant, and I became a tenant leader, one of the tenant leaders of Forest Cove. Staying on this property, we didn't get much help as far as safety. We got the falsified inspections, housing inspections. Mold, mildew, just tearing our families apart mentally as well as physically. Millennial Housing Management consistently benefits from federal subsidies and tax incentives while leaving the residents of Forest Cove to suffer in poorly maintained and unsafe conditions. Across this country, the United States of America, Millennia has demonstrated a pattern of neglecting repairs and harassing tenants who attempt to organize in Forest Cove. Millennia tenants lived in horrible conditions that have gone years without being properly addressed. I asked the city of Atlanta, I asked the state of Georgia, and I asked federally HUD to hold Millennia accountable for the misconduct, mistreatment, and for breaking Forest Cove's tenants' housing contracts. Thank you.
Forest Cove was a 400-unit affordable housing complex. Many of these residents would no longer ever be able to afford what's out here today. So the cry is not just because of the conditions in which they live, but they are also a cry to what they deserve. Every tenant in this city and state deserves to have a safe, decent, affordable place to live. And we don't have that any longer. The process in terms is horrible, and it's almost disrespectful. These tenants have been fighting for more than 5 years about the relocation process and what they are having to endure. So we come here today talking not just about the conditions, but also about how do we protect our tenants in the city of Atlanta. These tenants have worked tirelessly around the clock to build policies that will protect them in their spaces. We are here today just not to say, oh, the process is horrible, but how do tenants show up in this process? Where's their voice? Who is their speaker? They are their own speakers. They write their own stories. And the story here today is that the city of Atlanta has to come on board with more tenant protections. We are fighting, and most of you are really engaged and involved and serious about creating a tenants advocacy office. So this is a part of that plan, is to tell you how that evolves, what it all curtails and what it entails. Now, under all of this process is really undergirded in what the tenants in the city of Atlanta, how they want to show up as a partner. But if you really want to show up as a partner with the tenants, consider the Tenants' Bill of Rights that has been put on your table. We have to move forward with that. But at the same time, these tenants must be able to come back to a place where their children not just can live, but they can flourish and thrive. Thank you.